If I tell you the worst, you're gonna judge me horrendously.
I will. So we're gonna
Responded by ChristianMingle.com. Check out ChristianMingle.com.
everything. They're like, "Hey, how would you edit this?" I'm like, "I don't want to know. I don't want to look."
Oh my god,
But
my
I
brain
don't
just
remember
stopped
what
working.
it's
Alzheimer's. What was that again?
And I'm struggling to pay rent. So like,
Yeah. No.
I don't know you're here in Toronto.
Pretty damn close. Did you get hard?
no,
Okay.
I was too much pain. Man, I like a little bit of pain. That is way too much pain.
Welcome everybody to Skull Hunter Podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Anchor, your all-in-one platforming needs for a podcast. They sponsor our audio podcast, and we give them a little mention on our video podcast. So thank you so much, Anchor. You heard more about them in the audio realm. Today, we have lost Charles. We have lost him to the great beyond. I said, "Hey Charles, a Snickers or the podcast?" It's like, would you rather a Snickers or a podcast? He chose the Snickers, so we had to replace him. So on this
You have more
podcast, we have
Snickers?
no. You're not. No. You're not getting out of this podcast. No, we trapped him, guys. We trapped him. But we do have Joseph, and we do have Funker, and we do have Seven Souls, also known as Anthony, who is alive. Anthony.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
He is alive.
can't see you,
All
so
we
we
can
don't
see is
know
a
if
red
you're
screen.
Snickers.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was thinking about the Snickers.
Dude, same.
Get off the Snickers!
Same.
Charles was the only one that could get a Snickers, okay?
No, I'm thinking about like the fried rice I'm gonna be making later. I'm like, ooh, that Snickers would probably go pretty good as like a pre-meal snack, you know?
You know what? I get that. What's in a Snickers? Is that the one with like the nougat and the nuts in it? Is that
Yep.
is that right? Okay.
Caramel, I think caramel's in there
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Dude, a Snickers actually doesn't sound too bad.
I
Right
know.
now.
I'm thinking of O. Henry. O. Henry's, by the way, are very good frozen.
I don't know what an O. Henry is.
No?
No, I don't know what those are.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, then, never mind.
They're Canadian exclusives. I've had them before.
Canadian. What? This man has already been everywhere but Kansas. Hey, when are you coming to Kansas?
I've been to Kansas.
Then come
It's not
back.
my new goal. I will in October.
Come back
Like 3
to
days.
Kansas.
Hey, we got a date. No joke.
Never
So.
mind, we do.
So Anthony is gonna come down to see yours truly. Well, he's not coming down for me, but it's just gonna be a pit stop in hell. But he's gonna come down. And he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Kansas. Let's meet up." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." He's like, "Yeah, I'll let you know when we have a date." It's been 4 months, and I still haven't known. So we found
It's
this
been
out on the
October.
podcast.
I told you. So what the thing is, in October, I am going on a cruise. I am dropping my child off at my mother's house in Kansas. I will be in Kansas for 2 or 3 days before the cruise. I'll be back in Kansas for a day after the cruise because I'm going to be extremely hungover and or still intoxicated.
Fair.
And I plan on seeing you both times.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Hopefully, it's before I move out of the house I'm currently in because it's much closer to the airport. But no, I can't wait because for one, I've never seen any of you guys like in person yet. So I'm so excited to see who I'm going to see first. And like Anthony's coming to Kansas. Charles could move at any date, and then I have to go see him because I promised him that I was going to help him move whenever he decides to move. So I have to go see him. But then if I go see my parents, I have to see Chrissy because I have to go through Tennessee. So I'm just waiting to see who I'm going to run into first because that's what I'm waiting for.
Outside of him, I think me and him are like the farthest away from you, right?
Yeah, because you live in like the East Coast lineup, I think, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I got the nod. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, you live in the East Coast area, so yeah, everyone over there sucks, but Joseph is in fucking Canada. But I will see him, especially if I don't hit 10,000 subscribers this year, because that was kind of the agreement I made. That's like, hey, I'll do the podcast in my shorts. And then Joseph said he would do it too. And then Ryan said he would do it too if we don't meet our goals. So I might go to Canada this year just to film a podcast and my shorts outside in the snow, so might happen.
I mean, the snow's not even a guarantee. So honestly, I think your odds are looking pretty good.
Honestly, like depending on where
change a little
it
more
is,
than
I
you
might even actually meet you guys up there.
Considering I'm 30 minutes away from Canada, I'll meet you guys there too.
Okay, let's just all go to Canada. I just love
Canada.
this.
Oh,
Joseph
Canada.
has brought up so many times, like, you could just crash with me. You know, you can come see me, stay with me. Ryan's like, you can stay with me. I can't wait to go up to the door, and it's me, Funker, Anthony, and whoever else that comes up with it going, what's up, boy? And it's like, I have room for one.
Surprise, bitch.
Surprise! You're adopting us! He has a kid, but trust me, it's okay.
No, see what we do is we just do a picture of all of us laying in his bed, spooning each other across.
Yes! Yes! Dude, I asked Anthony so many times, being like, can I get a photo of him laid out on a bed? Like, laid out, pillow at the crotch.
That photo with and without the pillow.
I said I would take both, and you still haven't sent them, so I'm waiting.
See,
No,
the
you
one
haven't!
the one without the pillow, you got to save that for that only daddies.
See, we already talked about it. He was like, he was supposed to post, and he didn't post, but he also didn't send me these photos. And I can promise you he didn't, because I haven't received them, because if he has, I already said I'm making it into one of those, like, flyers you can get on the side of your building. I'm going to get one printed out. And I'm going to wrap my office in it. Because I think it will be fucking hilarious.
The worst part is I know you're not joking.
I'm not. I have money to spend on stupid shit. And that's something I feel like is stupid enough to do it because it will get people to go, that's awesome.
See, the best part about that is you leave it up when you move.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to take it down. Because here's the thing is, I'm going to hire movers next time I move, so if I have to move, I'm not taking Anthony Dick with me. But that is the thing. You can make a silicone copy of your dick.
Mm-hmm.
I found that out. You can make an exact replica of your dick. Would you guys do it?
Done it.
I've done it, actually.
Joseph?
I mean, yeah. Sounds good.
Oh, okay. Well, I love how we were all do it, but 2 of the 4 of us have done it already. Explain.
Me.
I'm not. I just wanted an explanation. Like, I never said, damn, I want to make a copy of my dick. Where could I go? I know. Oh, there it is. And now you just have it around the house? Like, do you...
Well,
like,
for
you and I will order enough material for a large, and I think between both of our dicks, we'll probably have enough.
Well, I would have to say for Jordan, he could just go to a micro center.
Ooh.
See, I was willing to go down with the ship with mine. I want to point that out.
Oh, man. It's unfortunate. Funker did say this was his last podcast, so damn, it's a shame. Newest member, but the last member. Feels so bad. Now, disclaimer, we did wake Anthony up for this.
Good morning.
So I'm gonna play the. Wait, can I? Anthony, do you have the voicemail?
Do I have the voicemail? I do have the voicemail.
Okay, I don't know if you can play because you're probably through your phone. But could you describe what it said?
I didn't even listen to it. Let's see what it says.
Okay, good. Live reaction.
Ooh. Well, I know it's gonna cut his audio out.
Whoa. Whoa. Nope. Nope.
What?
My voice don't go that high. My balls dropped too early for my voice to go that high.
Honestly, my balls didn't drop until I was like 17. So.
You lucky bastard.
It was only a couple of years ago.
Man, I'm so happy this is your last podcast. Man, that party is going down.
Well, only one of my ball dropped. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but I'm still working it out.
So I wish I could actually like. I wish I could get the voicemail. I wish like I could receive like the voicemail that I left him.
Weren't you recording?
No,
all
I don't.
of it?
No, I wasn't.
Prior to?
I couldn't get things set up, so I didn't record it.
Okay.
Pretty much, it went like, "Oh yeah," and then something about Wait. We got a voice message from Anthony.
Yeah, you do.
So this should be able to. If it says his phone number, I'll make sure the editor cut it out.
Oh, Denny.
You better hope your editor's not high when you does the edit.
And hop on this dick.
So that's what I woke up to.
Be like, oh God, good morning.
He woke up going, yeah!
Time for my daily
Talk about
affirmation.
morning wood. Ooh.
I didn't realize how much of a bitch I sounded like when I sent that.
We could have told you that.
Then
voicing-
say something!
No.
We've been telling you how much of a bitch you are for a while now.
I just thought that was just like our bedroom talk. I didn't realize like it's everything.
In life.
Yeah, I didn't realize like it was like that. So awkward. Very awkward. But I feel like we haven't really brought Anthony too much into the podcast. So for those of you who may not know, Anthony has been with us for a long time. He was in one of our first few episodes. He was on a Valentine's Day special episode, and he was in another episode, and then we called him randomly through another episode, and he talked about
While
having
I was butt ass naked in the shower.
yeah, while he was butt ass naked in the shower.
Yeah,
he-
but like law of averages, though, right?
Yeah, you know, that's fair. That's fair.
see, so this is
Kind
he's
of sitting on my couch
actually
butt ass naked right now. That's why I don't want to turn my camera on.
See, I'm 50-50 already.
okay, but how much for
you
you
go.
to turn your camera on? Hey,
Right,
hands butt ass
let's
naked.
see. Hold on.
It
Hold on.
cuts
Hold
into
on.
it, and it's just his legs.
You know what? If you buy me this fucking Call of Duty game, so I can actually play it with you guys, I will turn my camera on right now.
No. I'm not saying I won't do it in the near future. I will say not now because I just got this whole podcast set up and the layout's difficult to do. You just don't understand.
I have the money to spend on useless shit, but won't spend money on me, who is also useless shit.
Well, listen, you're not
Mhm.
useless shit, but the thing is I haven't been talking about this, but I'm trying to buy a house right now, so I can't spend money on stupid shit. It feels like I have been like just like money bags. I'm telling you guys, I'm not. I'm just know where I'm financing it. But it's like I bought a car this year. Now we're trying to get a house this year, and it looks like I'm just pulling in a lot. It's all Brittany. it's all Brittany. She owns everything, including me. She made me sign papers today that says she
Yeah, we
owns
we
me.
know. We know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm finally owned. I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. My social security number is 057 28 1709. Please help. Please help. She beats me, not in a good way. She tells me to make her dinner and then throws me in the oven. It's not fun.
You should tell Tommy it's not so bad, so he'll let me own him again.
What?
That was meant to be more kinky than it was. Don't worry about it. Move on.
Well, here's the problem: is Tommy's like me and Tommy. We go on a code name. No joke. We both thought of this on the spot. We're playing Modern Warfare. No, we're playing Warzone. We're playing Warzone. It was me, Tommy, Anthony, and good buddy Pluger, and we're playing. And then I bring up team names. We gotta have team names. And me and Tommy. We looked at each other, and he went Team Muffins, and I went Team Blueberry Muffins. And then we just went with it. Now we are Team Blueberry Muffin, and whenever we talk, we're just like, "What's up, Muffin? What's up, Blueberry?" Except it's so awkward. We had to have a serious conversation one day, and we were like, "Who's the muffin and who's the berry?" Because like that's a big thing. No one wants a bland muffin, but no one just wants berries. You need to kind of like see who's who. Tommy was like, "Whatever you want," and I was like, "Whoa, no, white privilege here. I can't do that. We got to evenly decide this. What do you want to be? What do you want to be?" And he's like, "I want to be the muffin." And I went, "I'll be the blueberry." And that how Blueberry Muffin was born. I thought it was gonna be more like epic and like there would be like an entourage of like a jazz band or something like da na 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 na, and it wasn't. So that was
I'll
very
see what I can
disappointing.
do.
This is like a very strong.
I actually hope he just puts crickets there.
Just
Or
the
like-
whole time, just crickets, a slow zoom, just
The first, if I ever do a cricket joke in post, I'm gonna get footage of the sport and not and people will just have to figure, oh, crickets, oh, I get it, because Because Joseph can't do anything simply. He has convoluted.
Speaking of Joseph's work, so for those of you who may have watched our 69 episode of the podcast, thank you so much. And our 69 podcast was released last week, and it's already at 27 views on YouTube and too many more on Spotify, so thank you guys so much. But with that, he did an intro that absolutely made me go, I fucking love this man. So for those of you who may not know, episode 69 was our version of the Inappropriate podcast, and it had to do with orchestra music, and we were not saying cuss words. We're not talking perverted. We were not talking about anything wrong. This would be a podcast you can let your kids sit down and watch because it was episode 69. We're making a difference in the world. The first minute of the podcast is just peaceful music, like you imagine frolicking in a field, and it's like, oh, cheers. It was such a great fucking edit of just that, and I'm like, damn, I just want to grab this, make it all into one TikTok, and just release it. Cause I'm just like, it was so fucking good, and I was like,
I attempted to do so. You know how in the intro there's both some actual quotes, because it's still an episode, and then there's cheers, jolly good. I attempted to just make the intro of us just going like, cheers, jolly good, cheers. But a lot of them weren't as I don't know, fluid. So I just fuck it. All right, I can't do it that way.
Yeah,
but it was still pretty. It was pretty close.
It was pretty good though, and I loved it so much. Where I was like, me and Joseph need to dress up in suits again, but for something totally different. I don't know. I love wearing suits, so I was like, Joseph looked good. I looked good. I was like, gotta do it again. But the thumbnail shot I had to take for that, I couldn't find my black tie, so I went, fuck. Gray tie it is. And I can't tell you, I look like a porn star that lost it. I was literally on the back of my wall, leaning on the wall, exhausted, looking like I was ready for milk to fall on me or something with a rope or something, Dirty Dancing, just I was just waiting there, and I was taking photos and just doing that and getting all kinds of angles and stuff. And then I look back with the footage, I look like someone who didn't make it. I look like someone who tried their hardest to get in the porn industry and it just didn't work. And thinking about that, and then thinking about my mom and dad because they do porn, and then I just wasn't into it. Oh, you weren't here? Yeah, my mom and dad does porn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they have 1 million followers.
No, but they do have over 10,000 followers already, and they're making ad revenue.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's $4.99.
I was like, damn, Mom, I knew you had. Damn. I was like, and it's so weird because I'm the film creator in the family, so they come to me for everything. They're like, hey, how would you edit this? I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to look.
Hey, son, can you do us a favor and go ahead and edit these videos? Make sure you get the money, money shots, okay?
But that's the thing. My dad is sitting there going, it's like, you'll be so proud of my work. Well, I'm here, so I guess. He's like, no, you don't understand, bud. The angles I was... Dad! How was there with the transition from this to this? I'm like, you're my father! Stop it!
Listen, he might be your father, but he's trying to be your daddy, apparently.
Well, apparently, because I have 3 daddies. My daddy, Funker Daddy, and Soul's daddy. So I have 3 daddies now, and they all want to fuck me, apparently. So that's great. And then my mom sends me photos. That's the worst.
Nope. I'm out.
And worst part is, I'm not joking. This only happens because they're like, you'd be so... Every time they talk about their business, they'll always be like... They always start off with, you'd be so proud of us.
I'm proud of you guys, but I don't want to see the evidence.
I'm proud of you, but I don't want to see the progress. Okay, Bunker is getting into it right now.
Hold on. 1 second. Sorry.
Hey, that's what I did last night.
So
How's that his place?
I have a semi-related story.
I don't think so, but okay, let's go.
So apparently I'm on the hub.
You are?
Apparently, yeah.
Can I get a link?
I don't even have the link, but I was talking to a friend from West Virginia. And she's like, hey, so my husband and I found you. Cool? No. Where'd you guys find me on? YouPorn. I'm like, oh. Not even Pornhub? No? Okay. So apparently I'm somewhere on YouPorn. And apparently it's a very well-liked video, and they can only tell it's me because the scar on my hand. And I don't know how to feel about it.
Okay. Can I?
Do you remember anything about like the filming of this scene?
Exactly.
And-
No.
Like, was he holding
That's
the
why I'm
camera
so
going?
CCTV
I don't remember
footage.
this. I don't remember this.
No. It's like hidden. It's like one of like the hidden camera videos, apparently.
Oh.
Dude,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry for.
The worst. No, so the most fucked up part is like the person who told me I've been friends with for like over a decade, and even she is like, I don't know who the fuck recorded this. I can't tell who that woman is, dude. And I'm sitting here like, oh, that means I probably don't know who the fuck that woman is either.
I mean,
Don't do drugs, kids.
did you finish?
Apparently, yes. Apparently, she didn't watch it, but her husband finished the entire thing. I guess.
I would.
Well,
Listen,
no, that brought up a really.
I've seen what this
awkward-
man looks like, so
That brought up like
Reminds
the
me
really
of that.
awkward point of like, hey, apparently, dude wants me to cuck him now, and his wife's not cool with it, which is how they brought it up to me, and I'm over here like, I'm on the hub. Like fuck your guys' cucking and stuff. Like y'all do you, but like I'm on the hub. Wait a damn minute.
So Jordan, your parents really should be going to Anthony for advice because he's
Yeah.
got the industry knowledge and experience.
yeah, I'm gonna start signing him up.
History and experience, yes. Knowledge, apparently not.
Oh no, the knowledge is out there.
But
your
you know
knowledge is
what?
out there. You just don't have it yet. You,
You
gotta
know
get
what?
your own knowledge.
I will go ahead and let my mom and dad know. Do hidden camera videos.
No, God, no.
Make sure it's low quality too. Those get a good like. And the worst part is like someone recognized it for you. Can we just talk about the fact you're on YouPorn?
Yeah, that's what I fucking said. I'm
Like-
not even on Pornhub, dude. I'm on YouPorn.
You
It
don't
was a
have to get the
Facebook
premium, but Pornhub is safer. Like, just saying.
I don't want to know that her husband like goes to YouPorn, but apparently they found me on there.
Well, okay, well, the thing is, though, are you more flattered that, like, they recognized you, or flattered that the man recognized you first?
No, she recognized me, but she recognized me for not from the scar on my hand. That's how he recognized me.
Did she recognize you because the tattoo on your ass? Like,
Nah, no,
nah, no.
yeah.
They had relations.
You know,
It was her in the
yeah,
video.
We had relations. That's the thing. Now you're understanding. So she recognized me damn near immediately, and he was like, "Huh, that guy looks really familiar."
Dude, I'm like worried one day because like I film a lot. I'm worried one day like something like that will happen to me. But
Oh, you film a lot.
yeah, so I'm like, here's the thing though. If it gets leaked out, is it like I hope it's like from the back, because if it shows anywhere here, it's like I have to explain to people that it's not a little boy's dick, it's my dick. Buzz off. Like if it's like a camera from like a little side angle and all you see is the thrusting and people are gonna be like, there's a little boy having sex. No, it's me, I promise.
Wait a minute. Enhance. Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. It's not zooming in any further.
Zoom in on that photo.
It was at his right time, right moment. Oh my god. So that brings up the question: would you rather have sex and have it videoed without you knowing and get paid $5,000, or have sex knowing and get paid nothing, and while it's being filmed, of course?
Where's my $5,000?
He's just like, yeah, I'll take the money. It already
It's
happened.
already happened. Where's my money, man?
Yeah, what's the incentive for picking option B? Like, that's the trouble with these.
'Cause you
these-
don't know
with
what's
these
gonna
choices,
happen.
like,
You just don't know. Your whole porn, like, let's say you get it on tonight. It was recorded without you knowing. It clearly shows it's you. Everything else, you get no money for it. Or
okay.
you do it and know it, but you get $5,000. Because one is going to be like, you didn't know you were recorded and say, okay, you don't know about it. The other one is, you find out because you get $5,000. Because you know it was recorded without you knowing. You don't know who it's with. You don't know anything. You just know You had porn.
Okay, well, in
you
that
get
case, I'll
5,000.
take option B, because then I can market myself as a victim. I can write a whole book about.
There you go. Get that free clout.
Thinking
My
outside
dick
the
is on the
box.
airwaves, and I'm gonna get paid over it. So as long as I make more than $5,000, then it was the right choice.
So to add to this whole thing, years ago, long before the dad bod kicked in, a friend of mine owned a porn site that doesn't exist anymore, right? And this was like a very more like alternative, like website for like
Yeah,
alternative
MySpace.
chicks and stuff. It was like an alternative, like
At some
just-
point, I don't want to cut off it for too long, but I am curious to know why I went down, because typically supply demand is not a problem in porn.
I don't really know. Like I said, this was probably like 2010, something like that.
Okay.
But anyways, he had a lot of problem trying to get guys to like be in the pornos. Like he get women left and right. He paid men more than he paid the women, right? So I was like, I could definitely use the money back then, and I was like, why not? Blah 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 blah. And I was in the mindset of like, I get to fuck like these hot chicks. Like I'm cool with this. But he was like, hey, he's like, a lot of it is going to be like POV stuff and like side camera stuff. Like he's like, you're not really going to be like seen that much. I was like, okay, cool. Well, the problem was I had one tattoo, and that one tattoo is this one that's right here, because that's the longest one I've had. Right? I can't remember what side it was, but a friend of mine said that they watched a video of like POV of like a blowjob video, and I put my hand. I guess I put my hand on their head, and someone noticed the tattoo on my arm. Like, there's one guy that has this tattoo, nobody else. And they're like, "Oh, hey, is this you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was." And they're like, "You should repost that." I was like, "No."
I like that. There you go. You should repost that.
So like I always tell some of my friends who always are curious of like what I look like naked, and I'm like, not happening. I was like, well, if you want to search the bowels of hell called the internet, you could probably find it.
Okay,
That's
so
like the
I'm
one hint that I
assuming
tell
you're.
people.
I'm assuming you're picking slot A then.
Yes.
Fair enough. I would go.
Funker needs his money.
I would go B. Truly just because if I have porn out there, I don't want to know about it. And plus, I've only been sexually active with one person, so at least I know if she posted it, she's making bank off it. So I'd rather have that. See, I go by that way because at least then I'm good. Plus, I've only been active with one person, so it's like I don't know. It's like a cheat code. Cause I'd be like. Plus, she made $5,000, and it's like people know, and I know, and I'm gonna be like, damn. Now everyone knows that I do this, and then like, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be awkward, but you know, it is what it is, though. Do you guys have a would you rather question? Don't you dare make a decent joke.
I got two. Now you asked us to come up with these within like before we like even if I knew like 2 weeks in advance or something like that. You know what I mean? So just like. Just keep in mind, I don't know how good these are, but we'll give them a shot.
Okay.
So my first one is kind of along our same discussion here, so I'll ask it now and not later, which is, would you rather give up your 3 most used drugs or give up sex?
Sex.
Would you be willing to state your 3 most used drugs?
Caffeine, nicotine, and migraine meds.
I would
I'll give
I
you.
could go
I'll let
sex.
you dock the migraine meds because that's
mint.
medicinal.
Mint for to stop
but-
headaches. So.
All right, then I'm taking caffeine and nicotine, man. I enjoy sex.
I gotta ditch out sex. I'm sorry. I have to, and I guess I should mention my drugs. Caffeine. That's it. Caffeine, nicotine. I don't do. Weed don't do. Alcohol don't do. It's literally just caffeine is the only drug. I guess I have melatonin, but that's for sleep, and I can go without that. So, yeah, I love caffeine too much, and I'm asexual. So,
and I forgot within the context of this discussion that some drugs are actually useful. So that's where my question threw me off. So
You just remembered what your question was, and you went, "Oh God, no."
Just saying,
I just remember the full scope of what drugs are capable of.
I love sex way too much.
You're like, nope, buy my drugs.
Yep. Yeah. For me, it was like, okay, it's a weed, caffeine, and then I have melatonin like every night. So like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to start getting up early and having a lot of sex to make up for that lack of melatonin. The way I figured is just like giving up these drugs is a chance for growth. So I'm like, all right, this will be better for me in the long run, and there's gonna be more sex to make up for it. So I think
Because mine's pretty much. I think yours and mine are about the same, except for the.
But I'm
melatonin. I
happy
don't
to hear
need
that like
but-
people answered on either side. I'm always worried about coming up with these questions that they're too one-sided.
Yeah, everyone just goes one A, and it's like,
I would just imagine everyone.
there's 10 minutes of my time.
Or sex. You think I'm gonna give up sex?
See, I don't know, because I'm a person that loves my work almost more than anything else. So I'm like, sex is time. Anything like that is time wasted. I can just put that back into things I'm more passionate about.
Sex is also a form of exercise.
You're not passionate about sex with your girl.
You can, if you're depending on your position and how you do it, like you could get a workout in while you're at it.
I agree, Joseph. Fulker, do you have a would you rather question?
Yeah, nice topic. Good job.
Yeah,
Thanks.
well done.
Thanks.
Good job.
Do I have one? I don't know. I was sitting here trying to think of one for a minute. I'm not real good with these. We actually have a topic that I'm not great at.
I mean, okay, so this is the truth. I gave these guys like no time, and the reason is because we're all great creators when it's all said and done, and I know how our minds think. So we're so much better on the spot versus if we take the time and really think about this stuff. And that's like, we get trapped in our own like little bubble, and then we're like, would you rather this? And then Joseph's situation happens where it's like, would you rather this? You think it's a good one? Everyone goes, yeah, A, and you're going.
Okay,
That's
I
all I
got
got.
one.
Okay.
So, because we're all like content creators, how about this? Would you take $1 million and give up content creating? Like, would you,
Yes.
or would you keep doing it and not making much money?
Okay. Does writing a book count as content creation?
Yes.
Well, then I have to turn down the money.
Honestly, I think I'm the same. I love making content. Like, I truly love
But
making
keep in
content.
mind, just so we're super in the clear, you can continue making content and not making very much money, or outright giving up making content and getting $1 million.
Money, I live by this weird like mental state where it's like money is replaceable. It's needed to live, but money is replaceable. Your time's not. So if you're spending that time doing something amazing and something you enjoy doing, it's like that's more valuable than $1 million. And if I couldn't make content, having $1 million means absolutely nothing to me. So I would make little to no money sucking dick on a street corner and doing content versus make a bunch of money and no content.
If anything, I would write my books and then accept the offer.
This isn't something you're gonna put pause on. This man's just like, nah, hold up. We'll save this for later. Give me 2 years. How's this book coming, by the way? Just a massive side note.
Well, the goal is to do one chapter each month, and I've kept that up. So
Awesome.
In terms of like content, there's probably like 100 pages worth of writing so far. So it's coming along really good. Although I got to step it up in terms of challenge because I was getting a little lazy last month. So now my goal is to do 2 chapters every month and keep that up. Here's the thing: it's that the chapters, they exist, which is step 1. But there's gonna have to be a lot of revision. There's like a second read through that I got to do, clean things up. I leave notes for myself, like, okay, remember to add that in afterwards. Fix this up, do this, do that. So it's but yeah, I've stuck to it so far, and I am looking forward to answering that question again next month.
Awesome. Can't wait. Okay, Anthony, give you enough time
Oh, to answer or to like
to
give
answer.
mine?
To answer.
So I have mine too. If Jordan is streaming and I join his stream to just fuck around
It
and
counts
play,
as content. Yes.
so I can never play with Jordan when he's streaming.
No.
Jordan, we can be playing a lot when you're off stream, buddy. I got a kid.
That is true.
Take that money, man.
That is true.
That $1 million is enough to pay my rent for 30 years, and that's it.
That's 30 years of not having to worry about that debt on your head.
Exactly. Or
No.
that's like a house I could go take care of. Wait, $1 million after or pre-tax? Like, that's the big question.
I think it would be like, I think it would be pre-tax, like whatever it would be, and then you just have the $1 million. It's like a 401k, except the $1 million is what you take home.
straight up. Yeah, I'm gonna say the $1 million is what you take home.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I'm going to have to pick that just for the fact that, dude, I work like 80 hours a week at times, and I'm struggling to pay rent. So like,
Yeah. No.
I don't know you're here in Toronto.
Pretty damn close.
The town that I live in, I actually went and looked it up. It is less expensive to go live in New York fucking city than it is to live in the town that I live in. My rent for a 2-bedroom is $1,500.
Okay, now explain where you live and explain the state you live in real quick.
North Dakota.
Explain
Which is
how many
nothing but
big
oil
cities
fields.
are in North Dakota.
Big cities, there is Jamestown, Fargo, Bismarck, and that's it.
There's really only one big city in North Dakota.
And that's Fargo. And that's where a third of the population of the entire state lives, and it's the 7th largest state in the United States.
And guess where this motherfucker lives?
On the opposite goddamn side of that state, in the middle of fucking nowhere, where there's nothing but oil field. So I can either go work in the oil field and make fucking $3,000 a week and never see my family, or I can work anywhere else and make $1,000 a week and struggle to pay rent.
So, that is where he lives. Guys, make sure to say hi. Just show up to his door. Hi, I hear Anthony lives here. Also known as Big Daddy.
Dude, if some random person shows up at my door, I wear a size 14 wide, and they are steel-toed. That motherfucker will go up your ass. Or my dog will try to. It just kind of depends on Bear's mood for the moment.
Wait, you
See,
were...
when he was
Not
talking
that
about
much prepared to try it.
when he was talking about size, I'm like, dude, we've already seen the porn head. Or the U-porn.
Wait, that does bring up a question. We'll get to Anthony's would you rather question, but what size shoes are you guys? Anthony's obviously 14. Joseph, what size shoes? Shoes, not cock, shoes.
10.5.
10.5?
I'm sorry, you said shoes.
Yes,
It's
shoes.
10.5.
Okay. Funker?
12, depending on the shoe, 12 and a half.
God, Anthony, we have big fucking feet.
Wide. You got a wide ass foot.
Mine is
As for my genitals, same problem with my spine is that if I stood up straight, I'd be taller, and that's all I have to say about that.
And that's the bottom line.
That's my story. I'm size 13 wide. And I wish I could do something about it. And the worst part is like me and Anthony are the same height. He might be a little taller, I might be a little taller. We don't know until we meet in person. OnlyFans. When we meet in person, we'll be able to really tell that. But he's one size bigger than me. Ladies. Ladies, one size bigger. You can have a little white chocolate in your vanilla.
Berries and the cream that I'm going to supply later.
Anthony, would you rather?
Would you rather stub your toe every single time? Like, every day you're going to stub your toe, and right before it stops hurting, you stub it again? Or every other time you sit down, you sit on your balls?
I'll sit on my balls.
Oh, you brave motherfucker.
Every other time you sit down. So if you're just sitting down for a long period of time, you're fine.
Oh, yeah. But once you sit down on your balls, you got to sit on that ball, man. Like, yeah, you stuck there. If you plan to sit, like, you cannot readjust. You can't readjust once you sit on it. You got to, like, just deal with it for as long as you're sitting down.
So the best thing to do is just stand back up and then sit back down. But you still obviously have the pain of your balls you just sat on.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Don't kink shame me.
All He's like, I'll do it for free. He's like,
I'd be like,
I'll just do it now.
Oh,
Man, that's a new definition of bust a nut.
I
that's
think
a good one. That's a good one.
I'm gonna answer this, and it's gonna sound like really, really bad, but I suffer with like pain on a daily basis for many reasons. So I'll just go stub your toe because I learned to deal with it pretty good. So I'll just go with stub your toe. Plus,
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
gonna go with-
ADHD. My mind will just focus something else, anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the toe stubbing because I feel like over time I'd build up a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't want to build up a tolerance to ball pain. That's
Yeah, it's
supposed
like
to be
anytime I
an
get hit in the balls, they're
indicator.
like, "Oh, give me more." It's like I'm always like, "Ah."
Yeah, I'm just worried about a splat. So I.
And imagine if your ball pops one day while doing this, like, like a broken toe. I have a broken thumb and I'm still doing fine. So it's like, I could deal with a broken toe after.
Hey, why you were a bitch the whole time?
Listen here. If you would have just said, bend over the right way, and maybe I would have done it last time. But no.
Hey, just like last time, I could have done something you couldn't do.
Actually, it still hurts because it was windy one day. I went to open my car door, and as I open it, the wind pulled it back into my thumb. Fucking hurt again. Like, I can't let this thumb heal. It still hurts, but, it's like, I'll deal with it, though. Okay. Did we all answer?
Mhm.
I answered. You answered. Just
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that said about.
Yeah, you have the
throw
fetish,
ball.
so you're just like, yeah. I'm
No,
doing
it's
it right
not.
now.
It's actually not a fetish, but like, it doesn't really bother. Like I have a disease called crap. I forgot the name of it is.
I have this disease.
Oh my god,
But
my
I
brain
don't
just
remember
stopped
what
working.
it's called.
Alzheimer's. What was that again?
Right?
Good one.
That one just
it's
wrote
like
itself,
the king
right.
disease. Like but anyways, like my toes hurt all the time, right? So stubbing it like that would make it 10 times worse. And I don't think I could ever get used to it because it sucks.
That's fair.
Gout. It's called gout. Excuse
Gout.
me.
Okay.
Okay, you've got a valid reason for that then.
Well, and then Anthony, what would you do?
Oh, so back in high school, I was diagnosed with elongated testicles. That's an actual diagnosis. You get it from your physical while you're in high school. It just means your balls are like lower than they should be. So for like 3 years of my life, because this happened after my balls dropped, and I probably until I got like 15 years old, I would sit on my balls every single day. I'm stubbing my fucking toe, dude. That shit hurts. I don't think you understand, dude. I was in ROTC. I sat down in class, immediately jumped back up, slammed my fucking knee into the desk. Like, it was literally first day in this class, dude. First time meeting my teacher, and I sat on my balls, slammed my knee against the desk, hit my dick against the desk. Like, I was just a mess, dude. This dude this man, if I ever go back to West Virginia and see him, he will bring up my first day in his class. I'm stubbing my fucking toe, dude.
Okay, so now here's the question, though. And we've been asked this question on the show. It's very, very serious. Did you get hard?
No.
Okay.
I was in too much pain. Man, I like a little bit of pain. That is way too much pain. That was like one dude sat on my nut, stood up, slammed my knee against the desk, and then slammed my dick against the desk as my knee hit it. Like, it was just a wham gam Afghanistan, dude. I wasn't ready.
Oh, wait, we can't. That's good. Sure.
Wham bam Afghanistan.
Oh, wow,
Don't worry
bamboo! Dude, I
Man down, dude.
couldn't. So
Fuck.
I thought of one. I wasn't gonna do this because I think this would be better for next podcast, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Would you rather every time you had sex, you had to fully satisfy your woman, or every time you had sex, you can never satisfy yourself?
That's an easy one for me.
He's just going, well, if I'm satisfied, I guess I'll get her done.
No, actually, it's the other way around. I get a lot of enjoyment of satisfying like my partner. So
I hate it because I'm the same. I hate it because I'm just like, No, I care less.
I'm single, ladies. No.
I'm single. OnlyDaddies.com.
Link in the bio.
Actually, it is. Fun fact.
It is actually.
All the links are down below. And now Anthony's going.
I'm not trying to see your parents, man.
I don't have them to link that. That would be fucked up if one of you guys do that one day. You guys just like remove all your links and just put my parents' fucking Pornhub.
You know what to do.
That would be honestly, that would be a good fucking prank one.
That's
day.
gonna be next year's April Fool's podcast.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna get a bunch of people in a stadium to hold up pictures that they have to work together as a group to form an image. If I don't do it like that, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear the question again? I just want to make sure I got the details right.
Would you rather every time you have sex, you have to fully satisfy your woman?
Okay.
Or every time you have sex, you can only satisfy yourself? That means she will get no pleasure out of it.
I can
Or they,
only satisfy
or them.
myself.
Yeah, or them. Thank you.
Okay. I don't see the advantage in picking that one.
Well, because if you pick the first one, you would never be satisfied. But if you pick the second one, only you would be satisfied. Your partner will never be satisfied or will always be satisfied. And remind you, if they're ones that are like, it takes me an hour, guess what? You're in there, you're putting in work. You're fucking clocking in every day. Like, you cannot get out.
So, my understanding though is that if you start but don't finish, it can create like a blockage because the semen is in motion and then it doesn't fully shoot out. So, if you don't finish, you might create blockage. So, now I'm not sure about this. I don't have the science on my side here, but I'm very worried about starting it and not finishing it. So, as a guy, you always got to finish. Or it's like a heart attack or something.
Well, I don't think it's about the
Yeah,
finishing
that's not
part. Like
real.
you could finish, but it's just
That's
not
wrong.
enjoyable.
Yeah, you
I
get
think
no
it's-
enjoyment out of it.
Oh well, as long as I can finish.
It's just like, medically, as long as I'm fine, I don't care. You know, sign me up.
So,
Yeah, I don't want to
kinky
die.
fun fact. Kinky fun fact that might make you feel better about this.
You squirt?
There's a difference between an orgasm and coming.
Okay,
So you can come on command, technically,
interesting.
without having an orgasm. You just have to train yourself to do it. Also, I can't answer this question because I'm fucking gay, you bitch.
I mean, you can.
Gay, but you couldn't come.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what the gender of the partner is.
Yeah, it's just...
No, you said woman. You said specific.
Okay,
And I corrected him.
Bunker corrected me, and I said yes and thank you, because
Okay,
that's
you're
me being
Right.
a piece of shit. So
Well, as somebody who currently has 2 partners, because I'm polyamorous as fuck,
yeah,
yeah, you know what? They can finish. I don't really give a fuck about sex. I kind of do it for them anyway.
okay. You know that guy.
I don't care
We're
about
just a room of just gentlemen. We're just like, nah.
We're a bunch
you
of
finish.
simps, is what we are.
No. See, because here's the thing. Brittany's gonna leave me soon to like go do her own shit for like a month or two. So I'm like never gonna see her. So I'm not gonna be simping at all. I'm gonna be online with the boys all the time.
Make sure she pays the rent before she leaves.
Oh yeah, checks are signed. She's paid for everything. Checks are signed and deposited.
$20 on the counter so I can buy a pizza.
Dude, there is. Yeah, she did. That's awesome. Actually, the worst part is, I bet you if I ask her, she would. But I'm like, hey, whenever you leave, could you leave like $20 so I can get like some panda?
She's like, "Here's a gift card, honey."
Here's a gift card. She would do this because it messes with me so bad. Because I do it too. She would do it, like put $25 on it and then buy something stupid with it, like a water. So it's like $21.72. I'm like, you fucker. Because I know what it would be. And she'd be like, nah. She would leave it in the fucking like packaging too. So it's like, you
Oh
can't
yeah, that
tell.
would drive me nuts. Yeah.
It drives me insane when someone does that. But I do the same thing. It's like, I did that to my brother-in-law. I gave him a gift card And I put like $10 on it. It was like I think it was Starbucks. He wasn't working at the time. I was
Oh,
like, hey,
that gets you a drink.
but literally got you a drink. So what I did, I loaded up, but I purposely put $9.72 in. So it was not $10, but it
You're
wasn't
like the
used.
worst kind of person.
Yeah, I'm the next Mr. Beast. Jimmy's over there doing like,
bitch.
you know, Jimmy's doing like, I'm giving to charity. I'm like, I'm fucking with people. I'm giving them money, but I'm fucking with them first.
Well, I like speaking of the content, back when it was still popular about people going to be like, all right, they go into like a store, and if, you know, you get as much stuff as you want, but if you go over the amount that it's on the card, you don't get any of it.
I could do that. I could actually do that because my check-ins account likes $2, so I could do that. Whatever. If my card doesn't go through, then you have to put it away. If you go over it, and then they're like,
Yep.
yeah, what was the balance? Oh,
So that's why accounts are
250.
named that, because you're always checking it to see if there's any money left in it.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's when you do, like I said,
checking it.
when they did these
account.
content things, you would know how much is on it, and just
Yeah.
you'd be like, hey, you're going on a shopping spree. But the thing is like, if you go over the amount that's on the card, you don't get anything.
What I want from
It's
this
very
is
Price
like,
is Right. Like, you have to, like, would you
Yeah.
know what the amount is on the card at all?
No.
no, they wouldn't know. 'Cause that's the whole point. They wouldn't know. So I love this idea of doing this, but and then make it
I like
like
this.
months ahead of time. So it's like you do the first one, you have like $2,000 on there, and it's like, yeah, and someone spends like $1,900. Next person, you're like, and it shows you like barely wearing clothes because you have to sell so much. You're like, if you can guess, what you bring to the register, they bring like $100 worth of stuff. You're like, fuck! And then next one is you sit in a cardboard box, and someone gives me $1. If someone gives me $1, we can start this series again. Sit outside of fucking Capital One. Change!
But see, I think what I like about content stuff like that is like not only are you like giving people a chance to get some things that they want, but you could also see like how greedy people can be, because you got some people like, oh, can I keep going? I don't know, can you? And so some people will keep going because they're like, oh shit, I can get all this, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you just got $3,000 worth of stuff. There's only $1,000 worth here, so sorry.
Yeah, I like that because it's also like greed. Like it's different than someone saying, "I'll buy you whatever in the store," or "I'll buy you whatever you want in the store." No limit, no nothing. Then it's like, okay, then if you do that, you're a dick. But if it's like you don't know the limit, and then it's like they do all that, and they're like, we can stop at 1,000. Yeah, you can stop at 1,000. You can stop at 600.
It's like it makes me want to spend at least some amount of money to avoid that embarrassment where it's like, well, this card had $10,000 on it, and you only bought Tic Tacs. So congratulations, you're an idiot.
I would
like,
go a
like
little
you gotta
bit.
like kind of take some of a chance here. So if I was
Yeah.
given the credit card, I'd probably aim around $1,000. Maybe it's got, I mean, if I can get $1,000 worth of I don't know, anything, I guess depends on where we are. If it ends up being $2,000, well, $3,000, well, yeah, that sucks. But I still got $1,000 worth. I think that's okay.
I think I would go for like maybe like a couple hundred, like, because here's the thing is I've been around to know how much a credit card limit has, and it's pretty big. But I feel like also it would be like if someone came up to me and did that, I'd be like, you know what? They ain't no Mr. Beast. So let's imagine only 1,000. Now I could be like, I could get like.
But
a
you
Lego
don't know
set or
that,
something
though.
Like that. I don't know that, but in the same boat, I'm like, why would I go that? I already have everything I need. If someone does that to me, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. We're going to that woman's groceries with the kid, and I'm gonna be like, I'm taking this, and I grab their groceries, and then I just keep it all for myself. No, I like do that, and then going like, this is why I want everything in this cart. You pay for it. And at least then it's like I give it to someone else, and then they're like, this dude's fucking good. I should put him in another video. And then I'm over there hanging from a ledge for $5,000. At least then I know what I would get if I die or win. So I don't know. Mental game. It's a mental game. Now I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's why I like watching like a lot of content like that. Like it'd be cool if I had that kind of money to spend to buy people things. I really enjoy like watching the videos of people like some of the best content I love watching is some of the most non like editing ones where they're doing a lot of conversations. Like somebody dressing up as a homeless person sitting outside of a grocery store or something like that, asking for like, hey, you have $1? Hey, you have any food? Things like that. And then when the person's like, oh yeah, well hey, since you're the only person that was like, helpful, do you have your receipt? And the guy was like, yeah, or the old lady was like, hey, yeah, here's my receipt. Oh well, here's the money back that you put on there. Your food was on me. Or the guy would turn around and give somebody $500 for, just being nice and trying to give them $1.
Mm-hmm.
It's content like that I like, that I wouldn't mind trying to do at some point.
And I agree with you. I love that content, but I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing. I love giving, so I can't really speak upon this. But in the same, but I do feel like it also gives like this weird expectation when the videos blow up, because then someone's like, oh, if I give that homeless guy over there $20, he's gonna give me $1,000. Here's $20. Oh, thank you so much. And meet me in the alleyway, I got nothing. It's like, what else do you do from there? So I hate that some people might see it as like, if I give it to this random person, he might be a YouTuber. You should do it for the kindness of your heart and like try and just help out. But I also love it because now you see more people like, I'm gonna get back to this homeless person, or this guy has been sitting here every week trying to get money. I got $5. Let me go give it to him. And if something does actually comes upon it, cool. But I just worried that it's going to start giving the newer generations reason to be like, here's $20. Thank you. Are you going to give me something? Here's a dead rat. It's like, that's all I got for you. So, well, but I agree. Like, I love that content because like it's pure and it's warm and heartwarming.
What you just said though is really close to, I think, a very powerful idea, which is giving somebody money, but do ask them for something, and it's up to them. It's like, oh, how about if you sing a song, or what's something you like to do, and it gives this person a chance to experience what it's like to do something that they're either really good at or that they enjoy, or ideally both, for money. And the next thing you know, this person becomes a singer or a busker or a service provider or an illustrator or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, but on the negative side of that is if you're expected to give someone money and they're expected to entertain you when they're having a hard time, that's kind of a dick move too.
Dance like, peasant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, here's $20. Do me a favor, do a funny dance or some shit like that. Like, that's embarrassing. And
well,
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna just like, I think a lot what you're saying is true, but this really depends on like how is the person approached, what is who's the host, who's the provider, because at the same time, giving somebody an opportunity to like, express a part of themselves and do something that they typically enjoy doing for free, give them some money for it. I think it can go both ways.
Yeah. If it's something that they do that like people sitting on a wall and they're like playing music or something like that, or they're like doing magic, because there's people out there that like they'll do magic shows for free and people are dropping money and things. I get that. That's 100% like a thing. I just think it depends on the situation, like you said. There's some people out there that are just having a hard time, and someone's like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you do this for this video, and they're like, they do it, and they're not going to see any of that money that the tons of money you're making from that. You just gave them $20 for them to embarrass themselves for you to be popular for a second. So it's definitely situational.
It can go into like bum fights territory.
Like,
I got a knife.
Like there's a guy here in town. I don't remember what his TikTok was, because it was one of those guys where like he made a video. It went viral, so people asked, so he made a second one, and then like a third one, and then I don't think he made anything more about the guy. So there was this, I'd say he was probably like 80 years old, maybe older, and he dressed up as like Darth Vader, but it was like the very like cheap one with like the half-up mask or whatever.
Okay.
Really, he seemed like a really nice old guy, and the guy that drove by was like, hey, he tried to help him out, gave him took him to the store, bought him some stuff, and they mentioned that he was a huge Star Wars fan. He was, right? So they were like, when that video went popular about him just trying to help the guy out because he was living in one of those assisted living places or whatever. The comments were like, "Hey, you should like help the guy out." So he went and bought 2 different kinds of like, what do you call those? Lightsabers. Not one of them wasn't. They weren't any like the big extravagant ones. They're like something you get at Walmart, right?
Yeah, just something.
The
something
plastic
little.
ones where it's like each part of the lightsaber is hidden in the other part of the lightsaber. You go. And then
Yeah, those. And one of them was like one you could put together and like add other parts to or something like that.
Saber Forge.
Yeah, you wish.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw that on fucking. I was trying to think of the name of that sex shop online, and I couldn't remember it. But I was thinking of a dildo.
But yeah, they were like some Walmart ones or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they go there, and they have the guy come out. He's fully dressed, and like, hey, pick which lightsaber you want, and it's yours. Blah blah blah. So he picked the one that was like looked like Luke Skywalker's one.
Yeah,
And he's like, and that was the second video. But it was more the fact that this little old guy with his long beard just was super nice, super sweet guy. And then like the third one, was them taking him out to like get all nice and good. Like the guy ended up making some money from the videos, and he's like, all right, we're just gonna give it back to this guy. Let's go get his beard done. Let's go take him out to like a nice restaurant, get him some nice clothes, things like that. That's the kind of stuff that I think is really fucking dope.
Yeah.
It actually is called the Lightsaber Forge at Walmart. I think it's like the ones where you can put different pieces together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Star Wars
it was like a
Lightsaber
white
Forge.
box. Yeah, it's like a white box of what I can remember or some shit like that. But
I love that you searched it up to verify you were
Goddamn
correct.
right.
I love it. But I agree. I love watching those kind of videos. I'm trying to do something similar because hopefully, if everything goes right, your boy's going to TwitchCon this year. Mostly because I have too many people begging me to go. It depends on the tickets, but if I go to TwitchCon, I'm going to meet these people in person, and I'm going to challenge them to do things in real life, and it's going to be like acts of kindness. And so I'm going to test run it when I go to RTX this year in Austin. I'm going to test run this idea of things I want to do, like little acts of kindness, force these other creators to do something, include myself. And I want to see how it goes out. And it's like, and then at TwitchCon, I have all these Twitch creators, and then they're going to do it. And then we all share social medias, and then we suck dick in the corner. It's going to be fantastic. Sucking a dick in the corner.
translation, he's the only one sucking dick in the corner.
I'm over there in the corner going, next!
Hey, what's this lineup for? Random acts of kindness.
He wanted to make all of his other partners come and not him.
Okay, besides of the sex part of that, it's so weird because I love challenging myself, but in the middle of me challenging myself, I love to also challenge others. And so it's like, I love putting myself up to challenges. I love challenging other people. And so I'm making a video, I think next week or the week after that. I should really figure that out. But I'm making a video here soon, and I'm grabbing these content creators who I've never spoken to, and I'm getting that realization that I don't know if these guys are going to be like, okay on camera. And I'm like, I don't fucking know about these people. And then the one I had lined up was the one I talked about, I think, off camera. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, no, it was on camera because I talked about April Fool's stuff. I was talking to him like, dude, you'll be great if you could be in this content. And he messaged me today and said, I'm down. And I went, I'm like, gonna write that one off. So I'm like,
All right, so here now you need to throw him off, right? All right, so here is what we're going for, and you send him footage of your parents having sex. So you let me know how this goes, and yeah. Well,
but here's the part is I can't even do that. I'm gonna have to subcontract it out to do that. So someone is gonna have to look at my mom and dad's point. No.
I have volunteers tribute.
Too late.
I'll see.
Seniority.
I'll see. Seniority. Whoa. You underestimate how old Daddy is. Daddy, tell him how old you are.
I'm 24.
You should have said older. Yeah, Anthony's 24.
I'm a baby.
Yeah, you're all babies.
too. But Anthony
33.
is older than me or younger. Damn it! How? I turned 24 in March. You turned 24 last year.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
God
you're older
damn
than
it.
me. So, yeah, just a couple babies on a podcast. Couple of Google Gagas. So yeah, that's
Yeah, next subject. Let's go.
next subject. So yeah, so Anthony,
Sir.
I want to know your most embarrassing moment in public. Not like a nervous breakdown or nothing, like funny
God.
embarrassing. Because I think I
Oh.
know a story,
Oh, God.
and I want to hear
I have
it.
3.
That's 2 more than I ever last remember.
I have 3 that top of my head, embarrassing public moments. I have 3.
Okay.
One of them, so I work at an airport. I decided to go upstairs to where like all the passengers are to order a cup of coffee from the coffee shop. And I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the barista, we're having a good chat, yada yada yada. And this older woman comes up to me, old enough to be my mother. Walks up close enough where like I could just barely hear her, but the barista could hear her just fine. And she just looks me up and down and just goes, muscular, bulge, and a little bit of pudge. Perfect. And I was like, goddamn, bitch. She said this loud enough where like 5 people turned their fucking heads and the barista was cracking the fuck up, dude.
What the fuck?
I have not seen this woman since, and I'm grateful for it. But the way she looked at me like I was a piece of meat, dude, I'm looking at her like, you're probably older than my mom. You need to chill, my guy.
You need to chill
Yeah.
and back the fuck up.
Exactly. Literally, it
Because
was
she
so
was obviously
fucking...
close enough so you can hear her.
Yeah.
So, like,
I
was
don't
she
think I was
staring at
meant
you
to.
while saying it, or was it,
Yeah,
like,
dude,
back
she was
turn
getting,
going?
like, the whole up and down, dude. She's, like, just gliding her eyes along my body, and I'm just like, I am actually insecure about myself. I don't like this. Wait a damn minute. It's
Okay.
awkward as fuck. What's the one that you're thinking of? Because I don't want to, like, embarrass myself too bad with
Well,
these next
it's
2.
definitely one of the 3. So you said the 1, so let's go for number 2. Number
Oh.
2.
Now you watch. The 3 that I'm thinking of is not the one that you're thinking of.
If it's not, this is gonna be funny as shit.
Oh, god damn it. All right. So, back in high school, outside of the school, I was getting some brain. Okay,
Oh.
2 people are immediately nodding their heads like, okay, continue.
I was like,
I'm
getting
invested.
some brain? What? I don't know, but yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I was
Oh,
getting
dude.
some brain and getting some head. Did not realize that where we were, because it was technically off the school property, but like still in view of the school. And one of the windows in the curtains were open for a classroom. So like the entire class was just watching me.
It was show and tell, baby.
Dude, like, so I forgot about this. I forgot about this until about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it just randomly clicked in my head that, oh yeah, a full classroom of like 53 kids just watched me get the life sucked out of me.
And this man is going, I was apparently on porno or YouPorn. I don't know where they could have got that. Everyone in the classroom's doing
that
this.
That video, apparently it was me. It was outside, and it was at an abandoned building. But I only remember one time. Shut up.
It
Fuck you.
wasn't fully abandoned if it has a working video capture system.
I
was
love
like
that he's
CCTV
slowly getting his
footage
memory
too,
back
man.
about it. He's like,
It was
starting to
CCTV.
remember pieces.
It was CCTV footage, apparently. So apparently, I have a feeling I know where it was and I know when it was, which
Freddy
is
Fazbear?
not.
I said that earlier. Did I?
Kind
Did
of
I
a
not say that
problem.
earlier that it was CCTV footage?
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah. Anyways, I got a feeling I know where it was. So that was the second most embarrassing thing I've ever got caught doing in public.
Okay.
And then the third, in a completely different area. No, wait, no. The third, I got caught having sex in class once.
Okay, well, you can tell that story because that's what I'm thinking you're talking about.
Okay, so I had this really badass. I'm not going to give her name because I don't want her to get in trouble. I had this
Stephanie.
really badass fucking teacher. I'm not going to give her name. Fuck that. I don't want her to get fired. She's still there. She would let me and my girlfriend go into that classroom during like the last class of the school day because she still had a class, but our last class was just whatever. We were seniors. Nobody gave a fuck. And we would go into her supply closet and just organize the fuck out of it because she never had time to. Well, one day, me and the girl got a little frisky. We thought we got away with it just fine. The next time we walked in there, the teacher looked at me and handed me a condom. We were not as quiet as we thought we were, apparently.
No one thinks they're as quiet as they think they are.
And yeah, it was really awkward because looked me dead in the eyes, kind of nodded her head slightly, and then just handed me a condom. And then went back to teaching that class, who were all looking at me as if I had just done something horrible. And I, at this point, did not realize what the fuck was going on.
You know, it'd been funny if she mistaked you for somebody else, and then she saw the other person come in, she's like, "Oh no!" She actually had no idea. She was thinking you were the guys in the fucking parking lot.
Oh, dude. And the worst thing is, that's not even like my worst sexual exploitation in high school. I was a fucking deviant, dude.
Apparently. Okay. Well,
I don't think you want it. If I tell you the worst, you're gonna judge me horrendously.
I will. So we're gonna
Responded by ChristianMingle.com. Check out ChristianMingle.com.
Have you ever wanted
I mean, she
Jesus
was a
inside of
Christian,
you? Join now at ChristianMingles.com. Not a real sponsor. Joseph, most embarrassing public moment.
I don't have any sexual stories, guys.
Neither do I. I have no like
my arc. All right,
You're like, dude, I can't top that.
So I can't even. I'm not even.
He can't even put anything
not
in
same
that.
ballpark, same sport, whatever. However much I need to take myself down a peg, I need to do because like, I mean, I try to like date girls, but things really didn't come together for me until like 26, 27. So I can tell you what the most embarrassed I've ever been publicly, but it's not sex.
No, that's fine. It doesn't have to be about sex.
I did stand-up comedy for 3 years, and I was funny on stage for a total of about 11 minutes. But most stand-up comics, unless you're like a natural, most people don't get good until like year 5 or 6. And I said, okay, this takes a lot of time. It doesn't pay me anything, which is fine. I need to go find myself a job first and secure my income, and then I can focus on that. And that was 10 years ago, and I still haven't secured my income. Life is a nightmare. So the most embarrassed that I've ever been was from just like the most atrocious set that I had ever bombed on stage. Some bombs, like the circumstances are beyond my control. Like there was one where we're in the middle of Town Square in Dundas. It's just kind of like it's a miniaturized version of Times Square in New York City, or Dundas Square.
Okay.
And so there was a live show going on, and we were doing stand-up, but like there's like 12 people sitting in fold-out chairs, like it's like really far away from us, and couldn't hear what we were saying. So like there was no way anyone's gonna do well. There's shows like that where like you can try your hardest, it's not gonna work. And then there's ones where it's supposed to be an amateur night, or like it's just a bar that's putting on a show to try to get some people out to enjoy themselves, or people who are already at the bar want a little more entertainment. So we're in this side room that has a stage, right? It's mainly for music, and the host graciously has way more like balls than any of us. We'll go to all of the people in the bar and saying, hey, just so you know, comedy's on in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it works, right? Some people say, all right, fuck it, we're just sitting around here not doing anything or having the same conversation over and over again, let's go watch.
Yeah.
So what pro comedians can do once they get clout is they're allowed to show up to a show even though the set list has already been made, acts are already put in order, and they say, look, I'm just hitting up shows, I gotta get on because then I'm gonna run to another one, because pros are trying to hit as many shows as they can. And so this guy who's like an industry veteran, who also looks like he's a veteran of the gym, so he looks like he can kick everybody's ass, and he's really funny too. He goes up and just crushes it. Then I go up and I spend 7 minutes just struggling. No jokes work. It's just an absolute embarrassment. Someone that I had a crush on is sitting there watching all of this unfold, and it's just an absolute. And not only was that part terrible, the worst part is hanging out afterwards, because then all these other people who are like in the crowd or your fellow comics, like, oh yeah, you were on stage. You were shit. And yeah.
And the worst
yeah,
part
I
is
was
they
shit.
are blunt, so they're just like, yeah.
Oh, that's what they
Better
were
luck
thinking.
next time.
I was the one. I was just like, yeah, I'm the guy that fucking failed. But like following a pro comic who has like 20 years and can just like that, just getting up on stage, not easy to do. So that is genuinely the most embarrassed I've ever been in public.
Okay. Funker, what was your most embarrassing moment in public? It doesn't have to be sex.
So it doesn't have to do with sex, but it does have to do with like
Sexy time.
no, but close. So when I was younger, I drank a lot back then, right? And I went to like a big popular city. We went to like a bunch of shows and whatnot, and I got annihilated drunk. I wear a lot of skinny jeans. Everyone knows that. And I apparently got so drunk that I split my pants. Right? Now there's hundreds of people around at this concert place. Like it's an outdoor concert or whatever. I split my pants, and I don't wear boxers. And I'm apparently walking around with my shit hanging out for, I'd say, someone said it was like 20, 30 minutes before like security found me to have me removed. And they were removing me, while my shit's just flapping in the wind with hundreds of people around watching. It was absolutely like the most embarrassing thing. And I was drunk enough to, like, not to really get what was going on quite, but I was sober enough to realize what was going on, and I remembered it, and I was like, never getting that drunk again.
Man, mine's gonna seem like a bitch compared to everyone else. Like, Anthony is, all about fucking. I'm like, right on, man. I love it. Love to hear it. Let's go. Joseph is like, stand-up comedy, fucking trash. Okay. But, like he said, it's a warm-up period, still embarrassing. Funker is, I had fun, dick out, fun out. Like, okay. What do I got? I'm just a man in Kansas. Like, there's not much I've done. Like, so the hardest part about me answering this is that I'm a very social person. I'm pretty open with a lot too. So I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'll do anything if it makes someone laugh. But me and Brittany, this was like the first year we were together, and it's not sex either. So it was the first year we were together. We took a road trip. This was like days after I told her I loved her, and it was a big thing. We had a big old thing. It was cute.
Second day after you met, got you.
Actually, fun fact, it was 3 months.
Nice.
I didn't even kiss Brittany until after the 5th date, and I had to make her dinner first. That's how I was raised. So I made her dinner, kissed, then about 3 months later, I said I loved her. So we're traveling. We get to Wichita, Kansas, and we're doing our thing, and there's a street performer. He's over there singing songs. He's just moved in. He's just trying to make an extra living. He's singing songs. And we start, and I hate to say, this guy sounded like you were choking out a bird. It was so bad. And so I was like, you know what? Whatever. Just having a good time. And then we start getting closer to him, and I'm like, I'm going to join in. So I get up to the street performer, drop the 20 in his hat. He's singing Hallelujah. I'm like, I know this song. Fun fact, I don't know the fucking song. So I get up to him. I literally put my arm around him. He's fucking small too. So I'm over there giant. I'm going, Hallelujah. And he does this to the mic. He's like, Hallelujah. And it goes to me. I go, I fucked up so hard. And so after I fixed that, I went, okay, Hallelujah. And it goes on to the chorus. I didn't know the fucking song, and now I'm over here going to do the chorus, like that's the actual words. I'm like, he's like, I heard there was a secret chord. Goes to me, I'm going, it was so bad. I didn't know Hallelujah at all. So we keep bringing it back to me. We finish out the song. I commit to this fucking bit for the rest of the song. And we finish the song. He's a cool guy talking. And I'm just like, what the fuck did I just do? That was one of the most embarrassing moments I've ever had to this day. And it's on video. That's the worst part. All of this is on video. So I can just replay my misery over and over again.
I'm gonna need you to send him that clip so he can just minorly put that clip in there.
No.
It's gonna be the most viral video we do for the podcast.
No, because here's the thing is I don't like my singing voice to begin with, and definitely when I'm next to a street performer, I definitely don't like my singing voice. But I just randomly joined in this dude trying to make a living. I just hop in there like I fucking own the place. I'm like, fucking kicked in the ball, yeah.
But to be fair, Jordan.
Yes.
We don't like you, so like if we could just get something out of it, which is that video, would be great.
Damn, I'm so happy this is your last day, man. This is so sad to see you go, but man, it's good to know.
All I can think of about that story is like the street performer going, I heard there was a secret chord, and then handing you the mic, and you're just like, hallelujah. Like, that's just how
I
the
think it
entire
actually did happen.
story
I literally
goes.
think that did happen.
Instead of like singing a line, you just go, hallelujah.
I think it's ironic that you were trying to sing Hallelujah, but what you really needed was a miracle.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't roast any of you guys for your stories. I'm over here just fucking
Yes,
taking
you fucking
it.
did. Wait a damn minute.
I mean, I self-roast, right? So
That's fair. That's fair. Mine was on video, so I get to rewatch my. Well, Anthony's was on video too. It's just he would never know who the lady is, but his is on video.
Well, like the way that it was described, like the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing I think I know who it is.
Good, and then you know what names to search up. Find a video, send it to me. I want to see a dick. It's so
first
weird.
person who watches Jordan's parents have sex gets the channel.
Well, Parker already
comment
has
on
it
the
pulled
video.
up. We can see it in the reflection.
Be like, YouTube, comment what if you want to see it or not.
No, that's not happening. Then I guess the most recent, actually, I do have the most recent embarrassing moment, and it was asking. I got on my knees and asked the guy to be my Valentine, and he fucking turned me down so hard. Like when you're just trying to do good things for people, and you get on your knees for someone to be your Valentine, and they just go, no.
Dude, when I watched that video, I was like, oh man, there's so many awkward people there.
Dude, it was so many things that didn't even make it into the video. It was just like, bro, it was so awkward. And it's like I'm social, but I'm not like social, like walk up to random people, especially children. And so it's like walking up to these people, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so fucking awkward. And then telling them like, hey, you want to be my Valentine, random stranger? But when I got my first yes though, it was the best feeling. I got my first yes. I was just like, yes,
Dude, you turned around. You had such a glow, like, yes,
yeah,
finally.
dude. It was so weird. Like now I understand like why some men hate like going up and asking women, and a lot of them were women. And I learned like you had to play a certain psychology game when you started doing it, but like. With the women, it's like you could get a yes, you could get a no, but the first one, I thought I was gonna get pepper sprayed. 110. Like she was backing away. It's hard telling the video. She started backing away, and then like I got something for you, and then my dumb ass goes into the bag going, I got something for you. Voila! I literally go voila and hand it out like that. Could have been a gun. So, and Brittany was in the car filming. So not just am I on a school property doing this. She's in the car filming everything while all this is going on. So, guys, I'm going to be on the next episode of Catch a Predator, everybody. Chris Hansen's coming back.
I like the fact that the security guy drove by and
Didn't
just
give
waved at
a
you.
fuck. This man couldn't care two less. And I literally, as he's looking, waving, I get on my knees like waiting for him to respond. He goes, I'm already on my knees doing this, and then Brittany finally cuts back to me and it's just like,
I mean, you're used to waiting
we'll
on
get
your
next
knees,
time.
but-
But it was a fun video. It was a great video. I do enjoy the things I make.
Yeah, that content was real fun. It was great to watch.
There'll be more.
I really wish you'd make like a blooper reel of that or something like that, just to get the content of people like being awkward and no.
I've thought about it so much, but I'll be doing it again. Not like that again, but I'll be doing similar things later on. Since I'm going to RTX Austin in July, I think, is when it is. I'm going to go to RTX Austin. I'll be able to finally meet Jeff Ramsey, the guy that's the only reason I'm doing YouTube at the moment. And so I get to finally meet him. That's going to be awesome. And I'm going to be, I have like a little chart of things I have to do while I'm there to do on video. And I know it's going to get a bunch of reactions because I'm going up to people. I'm not just going to be like, hey, you want to be on camera? No, I'm fucking camera in face. Brittany has a ticket. She's going to be walking around camera in people's faces. And we are going to make things happen. And it's going to be socially awkward for me. I'm going to be challenging other people. I'm going to be challenging myself. I'm going to be motivating other people. Like, I can't wait because it's going to be such a fucking hassle. And fun fact, in October, I'll be spending 50 hours in America's Most Haunted House. And I can only play video games. I have to beat so many video games while I'm there. And they are only horror games. So for a man who believes in ghosts, who knows when you're scared, you feed the ghost, and I'm staying in one of the most haunted houses in the United States, it's going to be a loan that's known to possess men. So I can't wait. I have so much shit. Like, I can't wait to do it this year.
Question for you.
Yes.
And just take Resident Evil out of it. The question here.
Okay.
'Cause obviously, it's Resident Evil. What are some of the? What do you think? What are some of the scariest games that you want to bring with you?
I want to play Outlast. I never played it before, and I know it's one of number one's top horror games out there. I want to bring Five Nights at Freddy's because even just those like quick trying to hurry up and get things done can scare you. I want to bring Emily Wants to Play because that game's fucking terrifying. The original, especially, and it's just gonna kind of go on from there. I'm a part of this horror podcast group, and so they still haven't invited me back on the podcast, so maybe I fucked up. Who knows? I also haven't asked either, but they're gonna gather me a list of the top, like, I'm gonna spend 50 hours in there, so I'm gonna be like the top, like, 10 scariest games, and then try to beat it within the time period I'm there. But yeah, that...
I hope Eternal Darkness makes that list. It's gonna be a little hard to get because it was a GameCube exclusive, but Eternal Darkness is it's a fantastic horror and a really good magic system too.
I think it could.
A really good game that's out right now, Demonologist.
Okay.
It's basically kind of reminds you of what is that game? The one where you walk around trying to figure out ghosts. Phasmophobia.
Phanatophobia. Okay, yeah, Phanatophobia.
It's a better version of Phasmophobia.
Okay. Dude, I mean, let's make this list because this video is happening, but I just don't know how to make this like video fully work because it's like
if you're gonna do a haunted house,
and
especially because you're using a camera to film it, you owe it to yourself to play at least one Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
Do you know Fatal Frame, Jordan?
No, I don't know that.
What?
So Fatal Frame,
No.
it's ghosts are your main enemy, and your main weapon is a camera. So you got to take photos of these things that are coming at you, and that's what makes it frightening. Because
is a game literally from the camera's POV, pretty much?
only when you're targeting, you're moving
Okay.
around in third person, but when it's go time, you can only take photos in first person.
It was a huge game. What was it, like 2000, like early 2000s actually, the first one?
Oh yeah, it got really big during like the PS2 era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
You gotta
will
do one of those.
I'll do it.
I would get a Clock Tower, one of the entries in the Clock Tower series, and then a Silent Hill. Definitely want to get a
Yeah.
Silent Hill in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fit as many as I can, and I want like I don't want like a limit. Like I can leave if I do this, but I want like a reason why I'm trying to beat all these games. Like maybe the more I beat, the more I can donate to something, or like do something like that. Like I don't know. I'm trying to find that reason still, but it's like my mind works being like, what hasn't been done? Well, people stayed in a haunted house, and I'm a ghost hunter, so I'm like I've been in a haunted house, but it's like. What about alone for 50 hours with a CCTV camera recording the whole entire time with night vision, and you're just sitting in front of a desk with a computer and a gaming monitor going, this is me for the next 50 hours, and it'll be live streamed on Twitch the whole time. The camera system will be live the whole time. Me playing games will be live the whole time. I have it live streamed the whole entire time. I think that would be a fucking banger.
How are you gonna be able to like power this and have the internet?
The house has power.
Okay, so it's a haunted house, but it's got power.
Well, it's a haunted house, but it still has power because it's still in functions. They use it as a tourist trap because people pay money to stay the night. That's how I can stay the night, dude. I'm 4 knuckles deep in this thing. I'm already in it to win it.
I also think that you should probably like set like a tablet or something like that, and go live on TikTok while you do it too, because that's a huge thing.
I'm gonna try to. My worry is I'm gonna get banned in the first 5 minutes of doing it, being like, "Guys, holy fuck!" Oh, banned.
Well, yeah, they fatal frame. The Chinese government is like, "Oh, no such thing as ghosts."
No, I think you, as long as like you're not using like, I'll get with you after this and tell you like a bunch of things about TikTok
dude,
Live.
I'm looking forward to that. But we do have to get our podcast wrapped up, boys and girls. And I'm saying girls because I'm the bitch here. Anthony, any last words you wanna say on this Go Hunter podcast that you are so kindly be a part of? Did you have a dick in your mouth?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't ready. Go somebody else first. What? Somebody else first. Somebody else first. I'll think of my words.
Any final words, Funker?
Hey, it's been a blast, man. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, man. It was a good time. It was nice meeting you. We should definitely get together, maybe play some video games and shit together, man. Hit me up, it'd be great. Can't wait to have you again, and keep that dick long and hard.
There. Now, do you have anything to say, Anthony?
I was thinking of other final words. Like my ass was gonna be like, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Thank you. Like we completely different mind waves here, man.
Anyways, this was the Go Hunter podcast. Thank you, Anthony, for joining. All the links to us will be down in the description below. That is it, guys. Goodbye, everybody. Pull your dick out!
Hey, yo, wait a damn minute.
Zoom in.
Center?
Does your camera